If I could switch positions with someone on my team for a day, it would be Debbie. Debbie is a consultant. She's the accountant. She's customer service. She works dispatch. She is the oracle of all things at Sigmund HVAC, which is one of the companies that VXL owns.
It would be Katie from our bakery department. Our company is a very noisy, busy company with a lot of activity. And then you step into the bakery and it is very quiet. And they're cooking, measuring very precise ingredients. And I think I would learn a lot by being in there and absorbing some of their calm energy.
It would be our spiritual care coordinator. He gets to hear the most amazing stories of those experiencing homelessness, of both trauma and triumph. I would love to be able to be in Joseph's skin, even for a day, to be able to get those stories in a more natural setting.
It would be our frontline direct care professionals. Switching positions with them would give me the direct satisfaction of seeing the advancements that our individuals make through their support. But more importantly, I think it would give me an insight into the challenges of the work that they do, so that as a leader, I could help to break down some of the barriers and make their jobs just that much easier.
It would be a client success manager. They get to interact with our clients. They get to do the real work and make the real difference. And I think what I would learn is that it's harder to provide the services than I remember from back when I was in the trenches.
My favorite quote is, "Luck is when preparation meets opportunity." A lot of people think luck just happens, and it doesn't. When the opportunity arises, and when those two things come together, that is luck.
My favorite quote really came from my first manager at PwC. He said to me, "Craig, everything you do is like building a brand. It's like Coke or Pepsi. When you open up a can, you know exactly what you're gonna get." That really hit home for me. It was a lesson I needed to hear that day, but something I've kept with me my entire career.
I had a airline pilot friend. He was a first officer. Before they would take off, he used to tell me they had this motto called hinting and hoping. We can always fix a problem on the ground, so it's better to hint down here than hope at 36,000 feet up in the air.
The only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. This was passed down by my great-grandfather, who himself was a titan of industry. I have the advantage of coming from a family with a strong work ethic, and they believed you can do anything, you can be anything if you work hard and make an impact.
My favorite quote would be, there's a name on the back of the jersey and the name on the front of the jersey. The name on the back of your jersey is your family name, and the name on the front of the jersey is who you work for. Every action I take as CEO, I want to make my family proud, and I want to make my colleagues proud at Herbine & Company, and that's what that quote means to me.
My favorite quote is by Soren Kierkegaard, who said, "Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forwards." And to me, that means we have to learn from the past, study it, analyze it, learn about ourselves and others, our business, our leadership, and then use that reflection to progress forward with purpose and confidence.
My favorite motto is, "We don't say no." We've actually chosen to be positive that we can actually take care of any issues within a reasonable amount of time. We can actually handle that and never say no. And we have never said no, since I've been there.
Seek to understand before making yourself understood. It means that it's important to really understand what a person is saying before jumping to any conclusions.
You can never thank people enough. As the leader of a community foundation, I get to work with generous people every single day. So I feel now that I can never thank people enough. And that's my way of giving back to the people who helped me along the way.
My leadership superpower is patience. Every leader, every CEO, every business owner needs to be patient. In order to have a successful company, and in order to grow that successful company, you have to know how to wait.
My leadership superpower is authenticity. Authenticity builds trust. I find that authenticity is a powerful force that drives positive change. It builds strong and supportive work environments, and it creates long-lasting impact.
The mastery of human dynamics. I was raised in a foster family with over 100 brothers and sisters, so I was exposed and I even endured all kinds of personalities and character traits. So my superpower is being able to be a bridge builder between people of need and people of resource.
My leadership superpower is having perspective. I was fortunate enough to start my career as an intern at our firm and rose through the ranks to now be CEO. So I've kind of seen everything from bottom to top, if you will, and that gives me a lot of perspective, and I've had the ability to walk in a lot of people's shoes that way.
Bringing order from chaos. In Latin, that's ordo ab chaos. And what it means is when things get harder, I get better.
I work really hard to be honest with my team. And I think that to be honest with your team means to bring them along on the ride, to bring them along on the building, to bring them along on what your vision is. When we hire people, we work really hard to hire the right type of person with the right set of values that fit our core values. And part of that is the trusting of them to give them the full story.
Effective listening. I would really take advantage of the network that's already established in the Titan community to learn from others, but also be able to find ways to serve and contribute to them as well.
Understanding the world according to that individual person. How do they see what needs to be done? And try to understand it from their perspective.
You can't have a growth company without a growth leadership team, and that team has to surround themselves with other like-minded individuals and leaders. I can't think of a better community than the inductees into this year's Titan 100 and the entire Titan 100 community.
I will continue to grow in using this to help mentor future leaders in my company and outside my company. I've always believed that success comes from being able to lean on people around you and being able to reciprocate, and this is another opportunity to continue that.
As a Titan, I will continue to grow by remaining curious. I always want to surround myself with people that are also driven and curious and looking to be the best they can be.
As a Titan, I will continue to grow by developing and empowering others. When all is said and done, and we're at the end of our careers, and we move on, the real impact that we have left is the impact that we have on people.
I'm looking forward to continuing growth by connecting with the other people in the program, collaborating and learning from them. Probably everybody involved in this program that's part of this program works really hard at growing and getting better every day. And I'm excited about the opportunity to again meet unbelievably talented people.
I'll continue to grow by actively seeking opportunities to connect with and learn from my fellow Titans. The term Titan signifies strength, influence, and a commitment to excellence. So I believe that this title holds me accountable to lead not only with strength, but also with curiosity and a dedication to constant improvement.
As a Titan, I will continue to grow by learning, by being exposed to new ways to do things. If I can pick up or emulate traits of excellence that I see in other leaders, then I will continue to grow.
I hope that I'll be better able to communicate with donors about the opportunity to give back and invest in those solutions. I think our differences in this country are our strength, but it's when we come together to address those differences that we really accomplish big things.